driving to my next appointment. It's a great day to be alive. A lot of good things to share with you today. Happy Hump Day. Um, we're in Lakeside today. Hank and I, we're going down the road, and it's 50 degrees out. Beautiful day. The only thing we're lacking is about 10 feet of snow. So, what good things do I have to say? So, yesterday we had yet another doctor's appointment at the Summit Cancer Center here in Show Low. Um, I think that I found my oncologist finally. Uh, they call him Dr. E. He's from Detroit. He comes up over to Show Low once a month for a week, and then does 1 week of Zoom if you need him. He's from Detroit, originally from uh, what's he called? Give me a second. It's in Africa, and I'm having chemo brain right now. You have to excuse me on that one. But Nigeria, that's where he's from. Very, very intelligent gentleman. Multiple doctrines and masters and pharmacy. He's a pharmacist, a cancer doctor. He's everything. He's got a lot of education behind him. Decided to go into cancer because of cancer on his side of the family and his wife's side of the family. Very good at explaining stuff, very knowledgeable, and he not opposed to allowing me to, not that they have a choice, but to stay on my fenbendazole and ivermectin as I go through treatment. As he put it, it will not change anything on, it won't conflict with anything that they are giving me. He did give me a ton of great advice, and as far as what I'm gonna be going through, he did tell me that I am curable still. They are still going for the cure. I asked him just be straight up if I'm palliative or curative, and he did confirm we are still curative. So that's good. That was really good news. Really enjoyed my day yesterday talking to him and getting a better understanding of what's going on. Those two drugs that I was concerned about, I had already started asking others about it, and it does seem like it was okay that they are together. He did clarify it more. The two drugs, actually, the one helps the chemo attack the cancer cell, and what happens is the cancer cell is surrounded by surrounding a blood vessel, and cannot cancer can't or chemo can't get to it because it's so well protected. So the one drug actually makes new blood vessels and allows the chemo to attack that cancer cell. One other good thing that I loved about this guy, he said back in Africa, they don't prescribe chemo as much, and they do more of the alternative stuff because people live so far away and chemo is so expensive, but the remoteness also. People over there, they're using the plants that grow there, which is really interesting because we're always told that alternative medicines aren't working, don't work, whatever, but yet in Africa, the doctors, that's what they're doing. And I did Google it, and sure enough, exactly what he said is what Google came up with. So that was really interesting. Just confirms that, yes, there's got to be another way out there to cure cancer. Big Pharma has their hand in things too much, and between Big Pharma and the government, they get out of the way, maybe we can get something done. But until then, in my opinion, with what I've been through, alternative medicines are not the the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I don't know that you should rely on it solely. I think that you really do need to combine the alternative medicine and the Western medicine, if you will, at the moment, because they won't give us the true details and facts. If you have any insight on what they are doing in Africa, I'd love to hear it. I know I do have a few people in Africa watching, so that would be really cool to get your response on what they're doing over there, because it doesn't seem like we can get anything shared. I see some people commenting. I'm sorry, I can't really read it unless I get over here to a red light, but that was pretty much what happened yesterday. It went from a chemo teach to, hey, the doctor wants to see you, and that was on us. They actually wanted to cancel my chemo teach yesterday because I'd already been through it all, and they said not much had changed. But I told them I wanted to still come in, and that's what happened when we did. We came in, we started asking a lot of questions, asked all the right questions, and we ended up getting in front of this new doctor. He's still a traveling doctor, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm probably going to stick with him no matter if he's in Detroit or in Arizona or with Summit, without Summit. It does not matter. I'm going to stick with him because he seems to know what he's doing, and I'm very comfortable with him. So that's my goal now. He did also, we went over chemo and radiation. He actually, the way he explained things, how chemo will aid the radiation, and he was actually thinking I should start chemo today or tomorrow, which, believe it or not, I was actually on board with because of his explanation. He did go into, we should talk to the radiation person just to know what their thoughts was on it. And I did tell him what they told me the side effects were, the major side effects. And being that the major side effects would be cramping and diarrhea with the radiation, he decided that we better wait on the chemo after all. Because of the chemo that I'm getting, those are the same symptoms. And he doesn't want me to have double up those symptoms and not be able to finish those 5 rounds of radiation. So it was a great idea, and I was on board, but I'm glad he even identified that that's just not the way it is, or shouldn't be for me. The other thing he touched on was mental health while you're going through cancer and treatment, and he did point out some things that, some of the, well, in my discussion with him, telling him what I've been through and how some of the stuff that's been reported to me or relayed to me has been, and he wasn't very happy about it because he does have a very strong feeling on mental health and the mental, what you could do to somebody by giving them the wrong information, which I've been given at times, wrong information or just not enough information. So he's very big on that. Let's see if this light's long enough to I can just peek at your questions real quick. Okay, hi Devin. I guess you're the only one chatting. Yes, you are. Should I describe? Of course you should. Hi Mike. Nice to see you on here. Hopefully, Mike, you're getting those. I don't remember when you were supposed to get that stuff sorted out, but hopefully they got you sorted out now. Other than that, today, so far, before my showings that I'm showing right now, I had to go back into the cancer center because they forgot to tell me that I needed to do a blood draw for that ctDNA, which is a circulating tumor DNA test. The one that told me that I still have cancer in my body. So they went ahead and drew that this morning. We should have results back in a week or two, they said. It'll be interesting, and the nurse navigator was actually pushing for it quite a bit. I like the idea that we're doing this because it does tell me whether or not the tumor, it kind of shows its progression. it'd be really interesting to see the numbers. If they're the same, that's great. If they're lower, that means what I've been doing with fenbendazole and the ivermectin, maybe it's working. And then if it goes up, we know, of course, it's actively on the rise. So it'll be neat because we're going to do this every 3 months, so we'll get to see what is actually happening. This is something that's new. It's not been out for a long time, and like I said, it was good in a way that I did wait for surgery because of that. The chemo, the reason we're going to do the chemo and hit the chemo so hard is because I have microscopic tumor DNA floating around in my blood, and it just needs to be eradicated, basically. Real quick here, Mike, my oncologist yesterday wants me to go through a few rounds of chemo. I'm getting nervous and wants to do a PET, and I can't, hold on a second, and do an MRI on my brain. It's still high. Yeah, you know, Mike, I know you're nervous. The pets are easy, relatively easy. You just gotta hold still. I think they'll put you in a mask or something probably, but you know, just get it done, because whatever it is, it is. I know you say you accepted it from day one, but like I said, it's still, we're human. We're gonna have nerves. We're gonna whatever, you know, and we're here for you. Everybody on here, I'm sure, say a prayer for you as well. But all we can do is just get these tests over with, get these treatments over with, and just go for it and hope for the best. I would, however, definitely, if it's a brain tumor, I would look into fenbendazole. I've seen good results, or at least what people have reported were good results because of fenbendazole on brain tumors. You know, I'd look into it. I'd do the research. I'd probably, if it was me, I'd combine it with whatever they are telling you. I just know that I couldn't cure with fenbendazole and ivermectin myself, so that's why I'm adamant about making sure people research. And you know, we're all going to make up our own mind. We're all going to live by what's right for us, and that's what, you know, that's more important than anything. But just do your research. Just know you're going to take a huge risk if you're going to do anything that is not conventional. That's just basically how it is. You know, I took a huge risk. Whether or not it's going to impact the rest of my life, I don't know. The doctor didn't seem to think so. He said that he doesn't feel that I jeopardized my health by waiting like I did. But you know, time will tell, and some things we actually will never know, because when they opened me up, that's when things may have moved and spread. We don't know for sure. It could happen no matter what, no matter when, no matter what. So if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'd like to read some of these comments before I get off of here. I'm almost to my destination. The rest of the week, I don't think I have any more cancer visits for the rest of the week, which is kind of nice. I do have one next week. I have one with the surgeon. Probably be the last one with her, because I do hear she might be leaving. I have to see where she's going so I can follow her too. Let's see, we're just creeping along here. Oh yeah, you guys. What's bad is all these chats tend to go away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot and hope I get them all, so I can read them later. I don't know what it is, but it seems like they all disappear after I quit going live. So I'm going to get out of here. We're getting ready to pull up to the house that we're going to view now. But I wish you guys all a great day. My day right now, because of yesterday, I'm kind of floating on cloud nine, believe it or not. I'm very in a good place right this moment. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.